This is section 11.4, and now we're going to post our special journals. So if you look in your book starting on page 20, the special journals that we're going to post to the general ledger are the purchases journal, the cash receipts journal, and the cash payments journal. So now we need to post, and also the sales journal. I think I skipped that one. So we need to do those journals, posting them. And since they're just a little precursor to what's going to happen, since they're all special journals, so that's a little different than posting those daily activities that we were doing in the last two sections. So to start off with posting the totals of the sales journal into the general ledger, the first thing you're going to do, so here's our ledger, and if you'll notice we've already totaled up our totals of each of our columns. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write the date in those places that we need the date. So for example, we need the date in the, or we need, I'm sorry, not the date. We need to post into the accounts receivable journal. We need to post into sales, and we need to post into sales tax payable, because those are the things that we were using up here. So first off, you'll notice that you're going to write the date, which is the 30th, and that'll be the same in all of them. You're going to write the sales journal page number, which is 11. So here you're going to put S11 for sales journal. For each column account, so for instance, accounts receivable, you're going to write the column total. So accounts receivable in the sales journal is a debit, accounts receivable debit. So when you come to accounts receivable on this one, you're taking this total right here, which is $9,068.06, and you're posting it there. And then you'll notice in the accounts receivable journal, we do have balances of debits and credits, but then you're going to carry over that balance. You already have 10,750 in there. You're going to add the 9,068.06, and that's going to give you 19,816, or 19,818.06 is your balance here. Then you're going to do your sales credit column. So you're going to do your whole column. Your total balance in that column is 8,723. You date, post reference, debit, accounts receivable, and then here's your balance over here. Whoops, I should be down on this one. Here's your balance over here. Okay, so you already had credit in there. You add a credit, and that gives you a credit. And then the last thing you're going to post is your sales tax payable credit. And so here's your sales tax payable. Here's your date. Remember, you don't need anything in the item because we already know it's sales tax payable, S11. And you're going to credit it. Just you move it directly down. If it's a credit here, it's a credit here. You already had a credit balance, so you add that to it. And that's how you post the totals of the sales journal. So nothing gets posted individually in the sales journal. They're all done by columns. I should have finished that. Now we're going to post the total of the purchases journal. Now it's just like the sales journal. It's totaled and ruled at the end of the month. The total amount of purchases journal, the total amount of the purchases journal is then posted into two accounts. So if you look in your purchases journal on page 321, or here is an example, they're going to go into two accounts. Purchases journal gets posted to purchases and accounts payable. So, and you'll notice that, remember, we titled this column because they're both credits. Here's where purchases comes from, here's accounts payable. So even though it's listed once here because we gave ourselves a special column to save us time earlier, we have to post to both purchases and accounts payable. So here we have purchases, we put the date, it's coming from Purchase Journal 11, we're going to put the debit, and we're going to add that to our debit already in there. And don't forget, you got to go back and post up here to the account that you put them in too also. Accounts payable, here we go, the 30th, P11, 17,148, add that credit to the total. That's now the new total that we owe the government for our sales tax payable. Now we're going to post the amounts of the cash receipts journal into the general journal. At the end of the month, the quality of debits and credits must equal and is proved for the cash receipts journal. After we've proved cash, then we rule it, just like we've always done, and the total of each special column is then posted to the corresponding general ledger. So what we have here, I went to the wrong slide, sorry. Here we have the cash receipts journal. Here's all the places that need posted to. So we need to post it to accounts receivables, to sales tax payable, to sales discount, and to cash. So in each of these journals when we're posting, we put the date, which in this instance is the 30th. It's coming from CR11, Cash Receipts Journal, page 11. Here is the amount. If it's a debit over here, it comes to a debit here. If it's a credit here, it comes to a credit down here. So you just follow exactly what it is. Then you write the column, the account balance. Oh, whoa. I got ahead of myself. The date, the journal page number, the column total is debited or credited. No, I didn't. And then the account balance over here. And then which account does that get credited back to? Well, it gets credited back to accounts receivables. So that is the number that you'll put in parentheses underneath here, which you know by looking at this, the account number is 1130. In parentheses under here, you put that you posted that to 1130. And you do that with each of those columns in the cash receipts journal. So you do it with accounts receivable, sales, sales tax payable, sales discount, and cash. Okay, now we're going to do the cash payments, posting special amount columns of a cash payments journal. So we just did the cash receipts. Now we're doing cash payments. So like cash receipts, cash payments is totaled and ruled at the end of the month. The total of each special column is posted to the account in the column heading, and the total of the general amount columns are not posted because each amount was already posted individually to the general ledger. That's what we did in 11.3. To indicate that they're not posted, you put a check mark in the parentheses below the column. So basically what that just said is you go through your columns at the bottom, you put a check mark in any column that's not posted individually, which will be your general debit and your general credit columns. And so when you look at that, and it's in the book on page 324, you can almost see it plainer than here. But you look at that, you see where there's a check mark in the general debit and the general credit column. Then you're going to post to right here, accounts payable, debit, right here, purchases discount credit, and here cash credit. So here you have accounts payable, purchases discount, and cash. And the same thing you've done in the other ones, you're going to take the date, the journal number, the column total for whichever one you're in, the account balance. So once you get it, you're going to change your account balance over here on each of them for each individual, each column matches up to its corresponding ledger. And then you're going to move those account numbers wherever you posted that column is going to go in parentheses underneath that column. And that is it for what we're doing in 11.4. We just posted to our general or our special journals to the general ledger, and our special journals, remember, have these column headings, and those are what we need to post to. Give me a call or send me a text if you're doing it and you don't understand.